Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Calli, and I love everything that there is to do with makeup, from unboxing to hauling, reviews, everything in between, all that jazz. I love to do that kind of thing for you. I'm so glad you are sitting in with me today. I'm happy to be here with you guys. If you haven't already, go on and subscribe to my channel because I love having you here. Hit that notification button so you know when I upload. I'm trying to be here on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This week was a total flop, but it might end in a plus. I'm hoping this video goes up Friday. We shall see. Happy Friday if it does. In today's video, as you can see from a little slime back there, even though it's backwards, and the thumbnail, we are diving into my February favorites. These are products I received in subscription boxes, a couple products from Boxy Pop-Up. I think I have one add-on from Ipsy that I threw in here because I love it so much. So, first, I actually only have 3 things this month that I got that I really didn't care for. Let's make it 4. Not that they're horrible, I just don't care for them, like, totally. And the first thing we're going to start with is these lashes I received in my lashy box. These are in the style Sweetheart. They're 3D silk lashes. I love the Lashy Box brand lashes. Every single pair that I get, I always wear. I love them. Maybe I need to work with these a little more, but the band is very thick. Now, I don't know if that comes in with it being a 3D lash, maybe, that makes the band so thick, but the band's so thick and it's very, very firm, so it makes it really hard to work with. So if you're new to lashes, these would be very hard to apply for you. So that is the reason that these are in the little misses of the month, because they're just difficult to apply, and when you don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to get a lash to stick down and 2 hours later you're at work and it's like half up waving at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this made it into the mix. Not that I'm not going to use it. It's just not a favorite. Up next, we're going to go with the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. And this foundation wasn't terrible. It wasn't bomb, but it wasn't terrible. It don't have no shade range, and I feel like it just doesn't really, like, I'm not really sure how many shades they have. I just know that it's not very many. And it actually matches me pretty well. But the thing that I hate the most is that it's a dofa. I don't like a dofa applicator for foundation. I like a pump. It's just my personal preference, or a squeezy tube, something like that. This isn't my favorite, but I will use it. I think it's going to make a great filming foundation, something to wear when I'm just at the house instead of using my good foundations that I love so much. So there's that product in the misses of the month. The next product is a product that I got in Boxy Pop-Up, and I was so excited that I got it. And it's not that it doesn't work. The Milk Makeup Blur Spray, the smell is horrendously chemically. Like, it smells like chemical and mouthwash. And it's very, very strong. Like, I'm still smelling it. It's very strong. So that's really the reason why this made it into this. I'm still going to use the bottle up. But the smell just gets to me as I'm using it. So I try to be kind of light-handed with this. And then the last product actually came in my BoxyCharm. And it was actually in a set. It's just this brush that I don't really care for because I don't really use this type of brush. And it's a brightening brush. If you could... I used it for setting powder. I don't really care for it for setting powder. Like, what would y'all use this brush for other than setting powder? This is the style of brush it is. The other two made it into the favorites pile, but this one I don't feel like I can get any use out of it. I don't know what to do with it. other than the setting powder, and I don't really care for it to apply setting powder. So there's that. So that's why I made it, but it's still going to stay in my collection because I will find a use for it somehow. It just wasn't a favorite. So now let's dive into the favorites. Okay, so since we went in with the brush at last right there, we might as well go on and start with the two that made the cut. This is the bronzing brush, and I love the detail that's in the top. I hope the camera's picking that up. I'm in love with that. I also love the holders that these came in. Can you buy these? Like, because I would love to have these for my face brushes, because face brushes I find don't hold their shape that well because you're a little more rough with the face brush. So I would love to have more of these. And then the next one that made it into the cut was the complexion brush. And I'm really loving this as a blush brush. It's very soft and smooth, and the blush glides on beautifully. And I'm just in love with it. So those are the two brushes that made the cut. Okay, so next up, since I ended that with the blush brush, we're going to go into the blush that I got in my Boxy Premium from Hourglass. This is a crazy luxury blush for me. It's beautiful. I'm actually wearing it. It's very subtle and corally pink and gorgeous, and it just goes on and glides on like butter, and it just blends beautifully. And I love it so much. I'm probably going to use it all eventually because it is beautiful on my skin tone for sure, because I'm very light and I think it looks great on myself. My next fave, y'all should have seen this coming, is the Everyday Vacay Ciate London setting powder. I love Ciate London setting powder, so this was obviously going to make it into a favorite video. I'm in love with this stuff. I can't believe I got another one in my box. The coconut scent to this is very faint and subtle, so it's not overpowering. It's actually kind of refreshing. So there's that. I really love this stuff, and I really love how white it is. I know that doesn't work for all skin tones, but when I apply my face makeup, I use a separate setting powder to initially set my under eyes, which is, right now I'm using the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh, which I really need to repurchase because I'm almost out. Like, I have it upside down because all the products that's left is in the lid. So I'm definitely going to be repurchasing that. That was probably one of the best setting powders. I love it. But I really like this for, like, baking, you know? Like, I cut my bronzer and everything, and I'll brighten up my eyes and, like, my forehead where I want to, like, be bright and everything like that. So I love this stuff. It's great for me and my skin tone. So if you have light skin and you love a good light setting powder, this is really it. So if you can ever get it in a box or add it on for a cheaper price, do it. You won't be upset at all. So up next, I'm going to go in with two pairs of lashes from Lashiebox. These are so nice and cute and frilly and fluffy and light, and they're just gorgeous on, and they look beautiful. They're very light. The band is very flimsy, and I feel like it forms to the eye. Lashiebox lashes are so good. I'm not really sure if they're like luxury or high-end or whatever. Like, we get them in our subscription box a lot from their brand, but they're very, very good. So I definitely suggest, if you don't subscribe to Lashiebox and you're a lash junkie like moi, you should definitely hop on that. So these lashes made the cut. There's actually another pair in the style Kisses. This is First Date, and then this one is Sugar. I have a style Kisses, and I can't seem to find it anywhere, but it was my favorite, which is probably why I can't find it, because I wore the hell out of them, and I don't know where I put them, and my makeup room is a disaster area. So there's that. Okay, up next, I actually want to talk about something that I picked up at Walmart on clearance. I am obsessed with the press-on nails because your girl is balling on a budget, so I can't really afford to get my nails done like all the time. So I love when I find like a really cute pair of these. And I am loving the mauvey purpley pink goodness. I got them for $5. They were regularly $8.47, so you can't pass up a good sale. I definitely want to film with these on maybe one day. If you'd like to see a video of applying press-ons, I mean, I don't know if that's fun for everybody, but I kind of enjoy it. So if you'd like to see that, let me know down below in the comments. But these are very pretty. So I had to pick these up, and they were sitting on my desk, and I was like, I really need to include these, because if you're not someone who can really wear nails, like I work in a restaurant, so technically we're not supposed to have nails. So I like these because they can pop on and off, and you can always get some more glue and re-glue them another time when you want to use them again. And there are ways to clean the glue off the backs to make them be like brand new nails again. So I mean, you can really get a lot of uses out of these if you take care of them. So those are nice. Up next is another thing that I got in my Boxy pop-up, and I actually did an IGTV video using this. This peel-off mask was so good. My face felt so refreshed after I used it. It didn't peel hard. I cannot stand a peel-off mask that hurts to peel off. Like, some of them just hurt. And this one was very easy to peel. It took me a little minute to get the edges up, but I think that's just because I went a little thin, trying not to be too thick, so it didn't take so long to dry. But I really like this, and I am enjoying getting to use this more. So this made the cut. Up next, obviously I had to add these in because I had gotten another pair this month in Boxy Pop, well, last month in Boxy Pop-Up, and that's the Lily Lashes in the style Gaia. I received these in a Boxy Luxe months ago, and when I seen them for $5 on Boxy Pop-Up, I could not pass them up because mine were so worn. Like, now I can put them in my empties box and go on about my day because I have another one. So I had to add that in here. Up next is something that we received in Boxy Premium for February, and it is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist. It's a hydrating, glowing radiance. It says hydrating plus glowing radiance. And I really love this stuff. Like, the watermelon scent is so refreshing and nice. And the spritzer, it doesn't like overpower your face with moisture when you're spraying it. It's very fine and like, if that makes any sense at all, that's what it's like. So that is why this made the cut. This is actually in my skincare routine right now. I'm in love with it. It's probably going to stay there till it's empty. I've actually used a good little bit so far. I don't really go crazy with it because I put so much skincare on. I don't feel like it's needed. So I really just kind of like finish off my face with a nice little moisture mist. So that was that. So I have a lippy right here that I was super excited to get in my Ipsy glam bag. I chose this. It is the Colored Rain lipstick in 24/7, and it is so gorgeous. And I was so glad to finally have gotten to try a Colored Rain product. I've been dying to, and they never put them in my box, but it's a beautiful color. It's kind of terracotta meets mauve a little bit. Like, it almost looks like this on my lips, but on my lips it's red, and this isn't red. So, like, the camera's not really picking up the color. But it's very pretty, and it's drying, and it stays, and I love me a good matte lipstick, so I was really happy to have gotten to add this into my collection. Up next, I was hella excited when I opened up my Boxy Premium to a Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. This is a coconut smell, and it's so good. I love this primer. I'm actually using it right now. It is fabulous to me. Why do my eyes... I feel like my eyes look sunk in. I don't know. I feel like I look maybe a little weird. Like, I feel like makeup's missing or something. I'm not really sure what's going on right here. I'm not sure. we're just gonna go with it. But I just really noticed it. But I'm loving this primer. I love how moisturizing it is to the skin, and it works great. Your makeup holds so well with it, and it really is a good primer. So I received this in a small version. I actually got 2 in a small version before, and I used them both up. So that should show you. Did I grab? Yeah. Okay, so next up we have 2 foundations that made the cut. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the one I added onto my Ipsy bag. And that is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer. And mine is in the shade LN2. And I'm actually wearing this right now. And I love this foundation. Like, almost enough to probably repurchase the big one. I actually bought an add-on for both of my bags to get 2 of these so that I could really get a good try out of it, because I had heard really good things and they were the truth. This is a bomb foundation and I'm in love with it. So I'm really happy that I was given the chance to add it on. I love to add on. I love that Ipsy does their little $3 add-ons, because they almost always have little foundations now to try. And I feel like it's the perfect size to get like a good week's worth of use out of, to see if you really love it. So far I've used this twice and it's still feeling really full, but we shall see how it goes with how many uses. Whenever it's emptied in the empties video, I will try to make sure to say how many uses I had gotten out of one tube. So there's that. And the next product foundation is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I really like this foundation. I wasn't sure if it was going to match, but it actually matched pretty well. I love that it's the pump. You know a girl loves that. And it's a very nice size. I'm not really sure how many ounces it is. This is 1 fluid ounce, but it looks bigger than most bottles of foundation. So I'm not really sure, but maybe the glass is just really thick. Who knows? But I love this foundation, and I think I'm really glad that BoxyCharm started including actual complexion products. Because it's really nice to get stuff like this on the low price to try before you go drop big bucks on foundation that does not work for you. So I love that. And I'm horrible at picking out my own match, and apparently BoxyCharm and Ipsy aren't. So there is that. So the last thing that made the favorite list, obviously, I had to put this in this video because it blows me away. And that is the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. And I know that a lot of people have a lot to say, but I only own 3 Jeffree Star palettes. So I can't really like go into depth on how great they are. Like, I'm just really getting into the high-end makeup and trying to explore and try new things and all that jazz. So like, for me, this palette was amazing. Like, I've done 2 looks so far out of it. Maybe 3. But I'm so in love with it. I really want to do a 3 looks 1 palette, even though I know it's so late after the launch. I really want to try to film that. So maybe I could start doing that for you guys, because this palette was really good. The only thing I really don't care for, well, I care for it. I love the velvet packaging, but I have 5 cats, and I'm over here wiping the hair off my palette, and my cats don't even come in my makeup room, so that should tell you something. They hairy, but this can get very dirty if you're not careful. Like, when I had picked it up, I had something on my hand and it had a little spot, but I was able to wipe it off, so that wasn't too bad. But I had to add this into my favorites because this is my favorite Jeffree Star palette so far. So I can't wait to add more of his stuff to my collection. I have lipsticks right there. But this actually concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would love to hear your thoughts on these products below. If you'd like any more details on them, please let me know down in the comments. My lipstick's like running. Definitely let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of today's video and all the products. I'd love to chat with you guys. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go on and do so now, because I love to have you guys here and it's free, so why not? Also, I don't know what I wanted to say. This happens to me every time. But we're gonna end the video here, and I will see you guys in the comments. Have a good one.